Well, would you look at that team I have to face off against? Ferrothorn, Militic, Heatran, and Cresselia. Four of perhaps the most annoying defensive Pokemon in the existence of the game, paired up with two huge-ass special attack and threats in Latios and Thunderous T. To tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that I was a little bit sick upon seeing the composition of this man's Pokemon would, of course, be the understatement of the decade. Nay, the understatement of the century. Nay, the understatement of the millennium. Because I was really apprehensive about going into this match. I thought that this was going to be horrible, stally, terrible, and all-round bad. I threw together a team, which kind of works, I guess. I was using big old Banded Black Curum, and OG Breloom, who Eric was using both of those, and I was like, I want to use those too. So Poison Heal Breloom back in the fold with Banded Black Curum. I thought that those guys were the ones doing the work, of course. Little did I know, although really I did know, that my good old buddy Jirachi there, who you may not think would do best against a team like this, may turn out to be doing all right. We'll see. We'll see about that, shan't we? Alright, so let's lead off. I go with Tentacruel. He's got the Ferrothorn on the lead spot. And I'm basically thinking, well, I could go ahead and Scald and Burn and, potentially do that on the Ferrothorn. But I don't want to do that. And, he might set up Stealth Rocks. I could stay in and Rapid Spin. Then I get Iron Barbs. I don't really want to do that. I could set up Toxic Spikes, but he has 2 Steel types and 3 Levitators/Flyers, meaning that only one of his Pokemon is affected by T-Spikes. So that probably wouldn't be a good idea. So I decided going to Breloom. And Breloom, OG Breloom, as I said, is the Poison Heal variety with the Spore, with the Substitute, with the Focus Punch, with the Seed Bomb. And I put it to sleep. Wakes up first turn, gets the Protect off, but I substitute on his Protect, allowing me to, of course, be free of any ailments that he wishes to descend upon me. Not that he could really do such a thing regardless, but decides to go to Cresselia, takes the sleep, and I spent up this portion because all it is me faffing around with this Cresselia and trying to do damage to it. Basically, I just wanted to see how much Seed Bomb would do, kind of scout out whether it's more physically defensive, more specially defensive, that kind of thing, and, that's how it goes. But turns out, sorry, I'm still ill, by the way, if you didn't notice. Turns out that this Cresselia is annoying as hell, as every single Cresselia in life is, and it's basically going to be me pointlessly doing moves for no reason. But I decided, okay, fine, I'm going to get out of here. He's going to Ice Beam me now and probably do a lot of damage. So I'm going to go into Tentacruel, take the Ice Beam nicely, and then I could potentially Rapid Spin here to get rid of the rocks, which would, of course, aid my Black Curum, because then it wouldn't take all that 2 times super effective damage upon switching. But I decide instead I'm going to go for the Scald, predicting him to go into Ferrothorn, predicting my Rapid Spin so that he could get Iron Barbs damage on me. And I kind of wanted to burn on the Ferrothorn anyway. Works out poorly and well at the same time because he stays in and I managed to crit him. However, he then Thunder Waves me. Now, let me tell you about this Cresselia, ladies and gentlemen. I really don't like facing Cress in general. I mean, not many people do. Because it doesn't die. It's one of the most annoying things in existence. It just has all the HP, all the defense, all the special defense. It just doesn't ever die. If you want to annoy someone beyond belief, then you do what this man does, which is not only bring a Cresselia, but bring a Cress which has Thunder Wave and Swagger and Protect. And you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen, is that even if by some chance of a miracle of a weird thing that happens that you manage to break out of either the confusion or the paralysis and manage to get off the move, could be potentially on a turn when he protects and makes it all in vain. To say that this was frustrating would also be quite an understatement, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm thinking, okay, let's just try and get a Rapid Spin off at one point. I want to get one off. I want to hit something in the face and get rid of those Stealth Rocks because they're kind of frustrating me. But no, I get hit in confusion, then I get paralyzed, get hit in confusion again, and he goes into this Thunderous T. I'm like, okay, fine. I have nothing to switch in to take a T-Bolt apart from Gliscor, and he could potentially predict that and go for HP Ice instead. So I stay in, I live on 1 HP, I live on 1 HP, go for the Ice Beam. Do I get confused? No, I don't. Do I paralyze? No, I don't. I go to the Ice Beam and I hit the Thunderous T because motherfucking Anti-Samus is not only strong-bodied enough to live with 1 HP, but it is strong-willed in its huge brain to burst through the paralysis and the confusion and to slap the thing in the face with an ice beam, as it verily does. So there you go. Thunderous T, worn down greatly, but it wouldn't be that big a deal because I do have Starmie, who can very easily outspeed it, go for the ice beam, and take it out. And I know that he knows this. Of course, being a life form Thunderous T, he's not going to outspeed me, so he's going to switch into either his Cresselia or his Ferrothorn. And I take this opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to switch in my Jirachi. Now, if you know me, you know that I use Jirachi from time to time. But you also know that there is only one Jirachi which holds a special place in my heart. And that is, of course, Substitute Calm Mind. The original 4th gen set. Sub Calm Mind, T-Bolt, and Psychic. Now, this spread has served me for many years. I've used it multiple times, multiple occasions, and let me tell you, every single time that this man sets up on the field, it is game over. There is nothing you can do. You cannot even try to do anything. And when I am faced with a team which contains things like Ferrothorn and Heatran and Latios and Cresselia, all of which resist my main stab, then you think, well, how the hell are you going to do this, Zed? How is Jirachi, with a mere Thunderbolt and a mere Psychic, going to be able to tear through such Pokemon as these? Well, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter if they resist the hits. Because once you have Calm Minds under your belt, you are ready, you are prepared, and you are certain to destroy everything that lies in your path. And such is the case with this man, because this man also made the horrible, terrible mistake of bringing special attackers only, and his only physical attacker being Ferrothorn, meaning that nothing can touch Jirachi, and Jirachi, the fucking destroyer of worlds, is going to basically just sit here behind its little substitute, set up all the Calm Minds it desires, and destroy the entire team that sits before it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a wrap. I'm now going to play some Xenoblade music, because Xenoblade music is glorious, and I think it is very fitting to a Pokemon such as Jirachi, such as Calm Mind Jirachi, who is equally as glorious. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.